I'm Jesse, behind the camera is James, and we are roaming in Riverside. And today we're in the downtown area of Riverside, California. We're right off of Market and 9th Street. And it's a beautiful day out here in Southern California. And I got the pleasure of talking to Bradley today. Bradley, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself, like your age and where you're from.
I'm 38 years old. I'm born and raised right here in Riverside in the Wood Streets. Been in the union 18 years. Just ran through a little bit of bad luck with my girlfriend. She took her own life a few months ago, and I ended up back on the streets. I'm trying to get off the streets, so I'm trying to get back to my normal life here.
Now, your girlfriend, she had a lot of issues, or?
Yeah, she had paranoid schizophrenia.
Oh, really?
And she was in and out of jail and in and out of hospitals all over Southern California. Basically, went down to the beach to see if I could help her out, and she didn't want to take any help.
Really?
She wouldn't take her meds. But she did take them. She wouldn't stay on them, and just ended up got too far in. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
So how long have you been out on the streets of Riverside? Are you homeless?
Yeah, I'm homeless. I sleep outside. I sleep at a church on Adams in California.
Okay.
Pastor's pretty cool. Let me sleep there. I'll make a mess and stuff as long as I'm out by the morning.
On Adams in California?
Yes, sir. The Avenue Church right there.
Where do you hang out usually during the day?
Downtown. I like to go to the library and read. That's where I was at right now. Go wait for the library to open up.
Any of our viewers out there, we got Bradley here, prime candidate, used to be a welder, used to do a jack of all trades. Tell our viewers a little bit about your work history.
I've been all over the country. I've been to every state almost except for North Dakota and South Dakota. Welding at power plants, oil refineries, stuff like that. I did it for 18 years. I went through a apprenticeship. I'm actually a fourth-generation welder. My grandpa was a welder too, my dad, me and my brother.
Nice.
And I owe some money for my dues right now, like $700 for my dues to be able to get back to work for them.
Okay.
And that's what I do.
Well, that's not far-fetched.
No, man, they want their money.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I work for a union too. So,
yes, sir.
Anyway, how long have you been homeless?
Off and on 4 years now.
It's been 4 years.
Yeah, time goes fast when you're outside.
Wow.
Yeah. I was in the shelter down here, Massachusetts Path of Life, great shelter. They helped me get back on my feet the first time I was homeless, and then just using, me and my old lady, we were using drugs and drinking alcohol a lot, and it just got us in trouble. I go from having everything to having nothing. It seems like constantly. I was renting a room across the street from the Press Enterprise, those old houses.
Okay.
They're built in 1897, and I was renting a room there, but my landlord decided he'd evict us because my girlfriend's mental issues.
Wow.
So, yeah, just nobody trying to find somebody that cares and that actually cared, and not just said it was really hard for us.
Wow. So you went to school out here?
Yeah, I went to First United Methodist, Central Middle School, Magnolia Elementary, Poly High School.
Tell us about your childhood. You have brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I got a little brother. He's 2 years younger. And I played baseball growing up. That's all I did. We were at Evans Park basically 5 days a week. Yeah, my dad ran the umpires there, and my mom ran the snack bar. And baseball consumed my life, and skateboarding.
Evans Park, is that by Riverside Community College?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Oh,
right across the street right there. Baseball was my life, man.
Right on. So normal childhood?
Oh, yeah, well, fairly normal. My parents were also drug and alcohol abusers.
Okay.
And they are functional addicts, you could say.
Are they still with us?
No, my dad's passed away, buried right over here in the old cemetery.
Okay.
And my mama, she's in Michigan.
Oh,
yeah, she's way out in the woods out there in the middle of nowhere.
And you got any other family to help you get off the streets?
No, sir. No.
Really?
Yep, just me and my brother. He's too busy. Don't want to take time to let me stay at his house and stuff like that. It caused problems. So
when was the last time you were working?
I still work every once in a while. Get paid cash. I work for Elias. He owns the 14th Street liquor store right there.
Oh, okay.
Here on the side of it.
Yeah.
And I'll do some work for him every once in a while. And I got a couple other buddies that pay cash when I need some money. Always willing to work.
Wow.
That's the thing. It's just hard to get. The hardest part about being homeless and trying to go to work is having to take a shower. Yeah, I work construction, so I can't work construction 5 days a week and then not show up stinking every day. You know what I mean? It's not how you present yourself to your customers and stuff.
Well, I wouldn't even have known you were homeless if you weren't dragging this. I mean, you take care of yourself.
I try to.
So where do you get your resources from?
Social services. There's all kinds of resources all over Riverside. If you use them right and don't abuse them, then there's a lot of good resources. I go to Wednesday night dinner down here on University. There's an old church right there. And Sundays I go down to the Presbyterian church down there and have dinner with them.
Right on.
And there's food box drive to Salvation Army. You can manage.
Yeah.
I still got my wits about me, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah,
some people,
you know,
they don't, you know.
Well, that's the thing too, Bradley. There's mental illness. How do you protect yourself from that? You've been out here
It's
for
hard.
a minute.
Once again, there's resources. You know, I go to there's a CSU down on Country Farm Road.
Yeah.
And they have good resources for mental health. They have therapists you can talk to, and I was actually there 2 nights ago. They let you stay inside if you for a night if you talk to therapists. And I take my meds because I do have mental issues as well.
Okay.
For manic depressiveness and stuff like that.
So do you got any friends out here, bro?
Not really. I mean, acquaintances. I don't really have any friends. I got family, and there's a couple of good brothers of mine out here on the streets that I check up on and make sure they're okay and staying away from all doping and stuff.
How about
like
the police?
They're decent people.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was sleeping at RCC for a while.
Okay. So they understand. The police understand.
Pretty much. If you're not making a mess and you're not throwing stuff all over the place, then yeah, for the most part they do.
So where were you sleeping there at RCC?
Up by the audio video classrooms. They got benches up there where you can plug in your phone for solar. They got solar power and stuff like that. And the cops came and picked me up one day and they took me to a sobering center down at the Arlington Recovery Center. And I was down there. I was in there for about 2 weeks, and I just left. And I don't know why. I just got a wild hair up my butt and left.
You could stay there as long as you want.
It's a recovery center, so they'll put you in treatment, and you can stay there 60 days for treatment. It just wasn't my thing. It was.
Tell our viewers this, Bradley. Is it dangerous out here in the streets of Riverside at night?
Not really.
Okay.
Everybody pretty much keeps to themselves. You know, there's a few people that'll come in because we got Riverside, San Bernardino County is the largest counties in the United States, and everyone gets shipped here to the bus depot. So we do get the psych patients and the people from jail getting out oppressive with psych problems, and it can be dangerous if you don't stay out of somebody's spot but if you pretty much leave people alone, they don't mess with you.
So they just once your time's done, they just spill you out right under the
Pretty
street.
much, dude. Yep, no help at all. And that's the problem. Like, they don't even give you a bus pass or any kind of money to get food or anything like that. Like they should. You know, they should hand you a packet full of resources. And most people don't care. That's just another face. You know what I mean?
Man, you're a prime candidate to get off the streets, bro. You do not belong on the streets.
No, I say that to myself every day, but you get trapped. Sometimes you get trapped in a cycle, and it's what's comfortable. Like I'm more comfortable outside than I'm inside right now because I've been outside so long.
Tell us this: when you were younger, what were your dreams and aspirations? You're still a young man.
I'm an artist. I draw, and I make T-shirts on the side.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do silk screening.
Oh, maybe you can make us some Roman and Riverside.
That'd be cool.
You got a phone?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll get your information after we're done here. Right
I make T-shirts. Me and my buddy do them all by hand, 1-on-1.
Really?
Yep, old school style.
Wow, because we're ready to print some T-shirts out here.
I got you, man. That's cool. Yeah, we can definitely do that for sure.
So tell us this: do you remember your first day homeless?
Yeah, I was in Ruby Valley actually. I just got out of jail. I got in a fight at a bar, went to jail, and I just got out of jail, and my family didn't want nothing to do with me. So I had money for a hotel room. I was working still, but only making $140 a day cash. That's enough for your hotel room and something to eat and drink at the end of the night. Well, when the work ran up to only 3 days a week, I couldn't afford to have a hotel 7 days a week, so I was homeless in Ruby Valley. And that is dangerous.
Is it?
Yes, sir. There's gunshots.
That's the Rubidoux area.
Yeah, right down that way, dude.
That
was the scariest night I had in my life. But I've been homeless all up and down the coast. Sometimes I'll just hop on a train and go somewhere else. Like I was up in Chico, Marysville, Yuba City, up that way for Easter time. I went up there to visit some friends of mine. But Vallejo is one of the scariest places.
Is it?
Yeah, Vallejo is dangerous, man.
It's a rough hood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what about? Just tell us this, Bradley. You think there was any one point in your life that might have led to this homelessness, like one regret you had in your life that could have caused this, or do you just think it's just a bunch of different things?
I can pinpoint it, man.
Can you?
When I just got a divorce. I was married for 15 years, my ex-wife, and I just got a divorce, and instead of finding out who I was as a single dad, I'm a father also. I got a daughter, she's 11, and instead of finding out who I was, I just went on a downward spiral of drinking and doing drugs. And didn't seek any help before, didn't seek any mental help or anything like that. It really was detrimental to me being homeless.
Yes, it is. And Bradley, I could see you in a business suit.
Oh man, I cleaned up nice.
I mean, come on, you know. So Bradley, it's been a pleasure. What do you got going for the rest of the day? Tell our viewers.
I'm just gonna go to the library, read a little bit, and draw some sketches for some shirts I got to make.
Okay, library's right on what?
University.
On University.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful place. Yeah, anybody, if you guys, any of our viewers are out there, if you're out in the Riverside area and you're swinging by the library, it would be much appreciated, guys. If you find it in your heart to help somebody today, Bradley's our prime candidate today. Good-looking young man, well-bodied, able, ready to work, and
right.
And Bradley, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, pleasure you too.
And at the end of my interviews, Bradley, I always say, "Can I say a little prayer for you?"
Please do.
All right. Dear Father in heaven, dear Lord, I got Bradley here, Father. He invited us into his life, Father. He opened up his heart to us, Father. So I pray, Father, you open up the gates of heaven and pour some blessings upon Bradley, Father. Light his path, Lord. Light his path into a life of abundance, Father. A life of prosperity that you laid out for him, Father. And I pray Bradley walks in those steps, Father. I pray you give him a job, Father. And I pray you drop some godly men in his path, Father. I pray, Father, that you help him with the grieving of his girlfriend that just passed, Father. That's a tough one to get through, Father. And may he recover from that, Father. And maybe find another partner, Father. He's a young man, Father, and he has a bright future, Father. Let Bradley know that there are people out here that care for him and they love him, Father. And I pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Can I have a hug, brother?
Good, man.
Yeah, man. We'll see you
that this morning, dude.
Yeah, man. We'll come around and check you out. I'm Jesse. Behind the camera is James. We're here with Bradley. We're downtown Riverside. We're roaming in Riverside, and we are out.